Welcome back. Today I'll show you how we'll make these sleeves with the cuff and the loops. So in the earlier video, we had cut, stitched the placket, neck and the shoulders and done the major things. Now we'll attach the sleeves with the loops and the cuff. First of all, we cut the sleeves. Take the length of fabric for 2 sleeves. Sleeves can be as long as you want. The back side of the fabric would be out, and here we'll be cutting 2 sleeves. The folded side would be on the top, and length of the armhole would be same as the length of the armhole you marked on your dress. Now we take about 2.5 inch or 3 inch inside, keeping 1 inch down from the up. We make a slanting line, mark the midway, going slightly inside, halfway and the out, and the back part would be about 1/2 inch out, and we'll shape the sleeve. Now the bottom we can mark as wide or as loose or tight we want. Length of the sleeve would be total length of the sleeve plus 2 inch if you are folding from the bottom. If you are making the cuff, then I am showing you how you can cut the cuff length simultaneously. So I marked from the down, keeping the seam allowance, and the cuff length you can take minimum 2 inch or maximum 6 inch or 4 inch as you want. I'm marking about 4.5 inch, and this would be our cuff that will be folding and stitching. Keeping the seam allowance, we don't need much seam allowance on the bottom of the sleeve, but on the upper side we need it as much as we kept on the sides of our dress. Then we cut the back armhole of the sleeve, cut the notch, either we can open the sleeve as I generally do and cut the front armhole curve, or just make sure that you are cutting only the front sides of the sleeve and cut that. Now we cut the cuff to make it separate, and here see we got 2 pieces which are joined, so I separate it further. Here I'll be getting 2 pieces, that will be 2 inch after completion of the dress. Now it is 2.5 inch, 1/2 inch would be covered inside the joint. So this is how it would look. I pin it so I don't lose the pieces, and these are the long loops of about 10 inches and long, and 1.5 inch wide for the loops. Now we stitch these sleeves with loops and join them with our dress. First we complete these long loops. You can take them about like 7 inch long, 8 inch long, or maximum 10 inch long, basically as long as you want, and close it from 3 sides. 2 sides and 1 would be closed if you cut the piece the way I did. So finally you'll be getting this piece closed from 3 sides. If you think that your stitch is not firm enough, you can make a double stitch, so that when we'll be turning it inside out, the stitch shouldn't come out. So this is how we closed it. If you want, you can keep that closed side pointed, but I am keeping it simple. Now from the open side, our purpose is to turn this tube out. For this reason, you can use some pointed kind of a long thing. I'm using an old toothbrush. Make sure you don't lose your family members' toothbrushes. And I use it to turn this tube inside out. We have to keep the corners intact. That's the reason why we need to have the side stitches strong enough, firm enough. While we turn it, the stitches shouldn't come out. This is how we need to make two pieces, and then we'll press it. After pressing, we'll stitch on the edges 3 closed sides that we closed. Open side would be open or close, it doesn't matter now, because we have done what we wanted to. This is one side complete, and another piece also we need to complete the same way. If you have any doubts or any better suggestion than what I am doing, you can suggest, you can ask me if you have any doubt. If you want to watch this video in Hindi, you can check Stitching Wall Hindi Urdu channel as well. You can check Stitching Wall website also for more ideas. So here we got 2 loops ready. You can use some contrast color thing also. This is the bottom of our sleeve. We had cut the curve, and this is our cuff fabric. I'm using the same color, but you can use contrast. And keeping right side out, fold it on the right side of the sleeve. We stitch to join these pieces. There are so many ways to complete one task. As I always say, I try to share the easiest one to make your life much easier. But if you want to know different styles, different methods to do or complete a common task, you can stay subscribed to know more, because from time to time I keep sharing. Now on the right side, we turn it and make a top stitch to keep this curve in place. The other sleeve also we complete the same way. There are many ways to even stitch the curve. That also I make sure I share from time to time, so stay subscribed to get the notification. So here we complete this sleeve, this curve. See how beautiful it looks. It gives a very neat and tidy and professional finish. Even your simple sleeves would start looking very nice. Now we attach the loop. This is the open side of the loop, and we need to keep this loop this way so that half of it inside from the top and half from the top. We keep this loop on the back side of our sleeve. In the middle, you can see this line, the pressed line, and on the back side itself, we cut the threads. This is the open side of the loop, which we fold inside for a neat look, and then the purpose is to stitch. This is the folded side, middle side of the sleeve where we stitch, because we want our loop in middle of the or the opposite side of the joint, sleeve joint. So here the same way we close the placket thing. We close this one with the next kind of a stitch and a box kind of a stitch. If you are making a plain shirt or plain dress, perhaps you can use a contrast color thread to make or highlight it. Now see, there are 2 methods. Like, in fact, there are so many methods, but one more variation to it. You can pull this loop up and turn this loop as much as you want, the way the fashion is going on right now, and make multiple buttons on the sleeve or snap buttons where you can snap that or close it. So in the next video, I'll show you how to attach snap buttons. Actually, you people had complained that the videos get to be too long and things get not to be too clear. So I had to make videos short. So in the next video, I'll show you how to attach those snap buttons. They are very interesting. So now the sleeves that you have done, we stitch or join the sleeve with the armhole. The same method I shared with you, slightly pulling the sleeve and but pull it slowly, slightly on the curves only, and then cover the entire armhole. If you cut the sleeve this way as I've shared, the sleeve will be exact size, exact fit, never be too long or too small. Now we keep the joint on outer side of the sleeve, and from the top we make a top stitch for a neat, nice finish. And sleeves sides we close. The bottom of both the sleeves should be same. I keep about 5.5. You can keep 5 or as much tight or loose as you desire. We had already marked, so you can do one thing, you can stitch on the marked thing. The other sleeve also you can stitch till the bottom. This is till the bottom of the dress. Now we fold the bottom, and this is how our dress would be done. The snap buttons, you stay subscribed, you'll get the message. Some of you are not getting my messages, notifications, so you can check that. Why you are not getting that? You can click again the notification button, so you'll be getting it again. And now allow me, I'll be back with the snap button video. Take care, keep watching, goodbye.